Hey guys, so I have with me here this really cool vintage fan. Yeah, I saw it in the thrift store going for $4. And for $4, I mean, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick this one up because guess what? When I was growing up, we had an exact looking fan. It looked exactly like this one. Well, not quite exactly because that one was blue instead of like brown, but the form factor was just like this one. And just, because I major in nostalgia, when I saw it, it just brought me back and I decided to pick it up. Now, this thing works, but it's not perfect, and I'll show you. So, over here it says magic stop. I'm really not quite sure what that means. Maybe it means this, which is you turn it on, it moves. You can hear that it makes a little bit of noise, but it blows very well, actually. It blows pretty good. And then you cannot just move it from this low to medium to high. You're gonna have to turn it off first. Maybe that's what they mean magic stop, because it turns off instantaneously. Then you have to go to medium. Actually, let's try it again. It's struggling to move. I don't know. It's really struggling. There we go. Now it's moving. But basically, it works, but it's not perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this thing up as I do with a lot of my faulty gadgets, and I'm gonna try to figure it out to see if it's a matter of maybe just greasing it up a bit because it's making quite a bit of noise. I want it to run smoothly. So I have with me here this Magic WD-40, and I'll update you guys. So I just disassembled the fan, and you know what I've noticed? It was making a lot of noise when I, turn it on. And right now all I'm doing is just spraying some WD-40 in here. And I noticed that the noise has gone down. It's running smoother, for sure. I've come to believe that the issue might be the contacts in here. I think the reason why it stops is because the contacts are a bit rusty. So what's going on is that sometimes when you press either one of these, it just reads it wrong as a stop. That's why it behaves like that. Hey guys, so I think I have been able to locate the issue with this vintage fan. So I did take the bottom off. So over here on the top here you have the buttons. And what I can see, there is a wire connecting here and another connecting here. So this and that form the complete loop. But then also as you depress the buttons, basically it breaks the circuit in these specific areas. And these wires will then send the signal back to the board to determine basically the speed, right? Because the circuit is wired that way that if a current is going through here, it goes through a different part of the board that determines a low speed. If you break it here, then it goes through here instead. And if you press this button, it goes through this wire right here. So that's just my lay understanding of it, and that's how I make sense of things. But anyways, I've identified the issue to be right here. You see how loose this contact is, and also how loose this one is. So whenever you depress the buttons, any little shake, and there's a lot of vibration going through this, and I think that's how these ended up being loose anyways. So any little vibration causes a spark here, and that sometimes registers as a stop, and that's what is causing the issue with this fan. So I think that if I'm able to just solder it, secure these two contacts in place, the issue will be solved quite easily. And I'll update you guys. But I think this is what's going on here.